So I've come today to the North Somerset seaside town of Portishead. This is actually Portishead Marina here, which was once a thriving industry place, but now all that is gone, and now it's all luxury flats and apartments. And there's also a sculpture trail. There's lots of different sculptures, mostly in the vicinity of the marina, but some a little bit further away. 20 artists, I think there were, commissioned from all over the world to come and make 30 different sculptures. So I'm going to try and find as many of them as I can. So the first one I'm going to visit is one of the most prominent. This one's called Flying, for obvious reasons. So that was the first one, that was really prominent, that one. The next one I'm going to visit is also very prominent, and it's one of my favourite ones, I think. Some posh boats. Well, they're not part of the official sculptures, but they still look nice, that's why I showed them. The entire building is made of shipping containers. So this one's called When Shall We Three Meet Again by the sculptor Robert Stewart Clamp. The quotation is from the witches scene in Macbeth. When shall we three meet again, in thunder, lightning or in rain? When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won. These three giant match heads represent the phosphorus that was processed here in the past. But if you look at it from another angle, it looks like three heads all leaning in, chatting together. Okay, on to the next one, which is down this way. Along this bit here is a few shops and restaurants, place to have a coffee and just look out over the view. Few more popular eating spots there, and now by the two locks where it opens out into the sea now, and this is where the next sculpture is to be found. Inspiration for this work came directly from the physical and historical context of the dockside. The form of the work reflects the shipping bollards that still exist along the old quayside. Ship to shore, this one's called. So that was looking out to sea, the ship, and this one's looking out to shore. But this is quite modern looking, isn't it? Love the eye. I've got great views now out to sea, and you can see all the Port Breedhaven mouth works. And there's the two Severn bridges over there. Lovely. So the next one, I'm just moving away from the marina a little bit along here. It's one called 4 Fathom 5. That'll be interesting. Full Fathom 5, what a name. It looks almost like standing stones from the past, like a modern version. So that one is called the Ox. I walked over by it, but I couldn't get too close because it was extremely muddy on the ground, which I didn't realise it was too late. A rat with no head, I'm sure wasn't intended. Someone's probably hit that off with a stone. So that's not coming up as one of the official sculptures, but it's still nice to see. So next, across the locks to the other side. These grill things for the car parking. I'm not sure if that's an official sculpture, but I love the design. It's like a sort of a wave effect. So we've gone across one of the locks now to the other side, where the next sculpture will be. Energy artwork, this one's called. I'm guessing it reflects the power stations that was actually on this spot here in the past. So this is one of the nicest parts of the marina, I think. This is a bit like the fishermen's cottages in Cornwall, or Scandinavian houses, I don't know. But I'm heading now for the one called The Lady Sings, which is just here. Oh, I can't see how she can sing because she hasn't got a head. Oops, my mistake. She's actually got her head thrown back, singing up to the sky. It looks like a sort of Scandinavian village, but it's right near to the seafront on this side of the marina. So is that one of the sculptures? Or did they just order the wrong size? I don't know. Intriguing. Okay, so the next one, the next official one, is called Echo. So it's somewhere up here. Echo. Very rusty. That's a nice one. Very nice. Looking out over the harbour behind. So leaving Echo behind, now moving up to what's probably the most iconic sculpture ahead. It's called Ark of Angels. And it's just coming into view now. The Ark of Angels by Rick Kirby has a dual relevance to Portishead. Firstly, the figures representing the new community, both unique and individual, yet gaining strength and support in their united formation. The piece also relates to the 5 radio towers that stood for many years on the site and were used to control shipping movements across the world in post-war from Portishead. Love this little arc of houses and what looks like a sort of amphitheatre. I would imagine they probably do have live music events here because these grassy slopes got like little ridges where people can sit and have a picnic. All these blocks of stone and these big metal things is all part of the original docks. The interactive sculpture garden was designed by Forge Projects. Bronze pictograms were used to create a simple visual narrative representing key aspects of Portishead's history and culture. Set in reclaimed granite blocks from the site's old quayside, the pictograms are linked with interweaving paths that make up a nautical figure of 8 knots. Fish and seagull, obviously being near the sea. Yeah, it's quite interesting. And over here is another Morse code one, or it looks like Morse code to me. There's some writing actually. It is the letters of the alphabet. It is Morse code. But each block of stone has different things on it, all referring to the docks. So next I've got these steps to Dennys Shoal Arch, whatever that may be. Right, where is it? Dennys Shoal Arch. Well, I've never seen this one before. Yeah, that's a nice one, that is. It's quite hidden away as well. Not all of them are by the marina. That's the thing, you do have to look. Right, where's the next one? So now I'm coming back down these steps, back down by the Ark of Angels and back down to the marina front for the next set of sculptures. Oh, the sun's out now. Should have bought my sunglasses. So now, going back past where the Ark of Angels and that other statue was there, and I'm heading up to the next sculpture. Now, remember I said earlier, not all the sculptures are a traditional type. Some of them are very different and could be easily missed. And the next one should be coming up to any minute now. Oh, put the sun away, it's too bright in my eyes. No, only joking, it's nice to have a bit of sun. Another rat, does that mean anything? Why the rats? Is it because he was brought here by ships in the past? Is that the link? I don't know. But yeah, this is the next sculpture, not the rat, but the grills at the car park. So not all the sculptures are conventional. So the next one's just coming up now, it's called Towards the Sky. It looks like a piece of rusty metal to me, but that's art for you folks. Yes, I don't quite know what it's meant to represent, but there's a there's like a spike so far up. There's jagged bits on the edges, so I haven't got a clue what this meant to represent. But it is, yeah, it's rusty. So next is one entitled Gordano Hockey Club. Don't ask me. Oops, National Nautical School this one's called. Got it wrong. So the Gordano Hockey Club statue or sculpture is somewhere in this vicinity, so I got it mixed up. Well, I'm a bit baffled because according to the map in this very vicinity is 4 number 13s. So the first one we've seen there, the Nautical one, the National Nautical School, but there's supposedly Gordano Hockey Club, Portishead Lifeboat Trust and Miss England sculptures all in this vicinity. Now I can't see nothing at all. So I'm a bit baffled by that one, I'm afraid. Well, I'd almost given up on looking for those other ones in this area, and then suddenly I looked on the wall of the house and lo and behold, Gordano Hockey Club. Right, so I've started looking on all the other buildings in this little square and I found Miss England. It's much bigger actually. How did I miss that? So just spotted Captain Ashford up on that big archway there. It's only a tiny one. Yeah, so some of these sculptures are quite difficult to spot. Now, I can see the next one, and it's a good name. It's called Crouch. And here's Crouch, crouched down with no arms, no face either. It looks like a small piece has been welded together. Very interesting one, this. I do like this one. And this next one's a clever one. It's the gates and fencing to the local primary school in the shape of an obvious boat. Okay, on to the next one this way. And this isn't covered in the sculpture show. This is very interesting. This is Portishead Power Station entry gate. So the huge power station was in this area here. And these ornate gates were originally located to serve Portishead A station around the 1930s. And just past the gates is some more of the Skool Gates. Actually, this is probably the best bit of the Skool Gates. This does look like a sculpture. This is nice and silver. Look at that. That is a proper sculpture, that is. So it's Yago is the next one I'm looking for. I'm pretty sure it used to be just here. I think it's been taken away for some reason. I did hear on a news report from a few years ago that one or two had been taken away because they've sharp or rusty and people was getting hurt on them. So I think it was just here. I'm sure from the past. I remember seeing it in that area there. So that one's gone now forever. And the marina at the moment is very full, so it must be a high tide out to sea. They've opened the lock gates to let all the water in. So the next one along here is called Topping Out, and it does look like another one of those stone ones that's on the side of a building, so I should have a pretty good idea of where to look. Yeah, so that one was quite easy to spot. I thought it'd be on the side of a building. There's 3 gentlemen with bowler hats, top hats on. It says 1929 to 2000. Topping out. So pretty much, I think I've covered everything on this side now. So I've now turned back. I'm heading back towards this giant building here, which is covered in scaffolding, unfortunately. It's a Botellina's restaurant amongst loads of luxury flats, I'm presuming. I will show you a picture of what it looks like without the scaffolding on, because it's a bit ugly at the moment. We're obviously refurbishing it or something like that. And then we've got some more sculptures around this way next. At this end of the marina, there's always swans. I think every single time you come, there's always a few swans in this area, waiting for you to feed them. This is Timeline, which seems like a collection of gigantic silver spheres. There's a few more over there going around. I'm not going to go right round there because it looks like it's going to rain. The cloud's getting rather dark, so I'm not going to stay too far from shelter. Right, so let's head this way towards the next one. I wish I could dance like that. Tied in a knot, that one. So I'm walking away from the marina now, as there's a few straight ones, about a 5-10 minute walk away. Precious, this one's called. It's a lovely statue, but to be honest, I wish it had been closer back to the marina. Even though it's only about a 5-minute walk, but it's next to a busy main road. It's strange why this one's here, actually. There must be a reason for it. And here's the Arch. This one's called. Nice name. Yeah, this is quite well hidden. There was one or two back there we couldn't find at all. So this sculpture is in 2 parts. There's one part here, another bit's over there. I'll show you in a minute. This one's called Elemental, named after the cheese. But no, lots of holes. Yeah, cheese has got holes. It's got to be it. And here's the other half of Elemental, with another big hole in it. I've just come across yet another rat. What's going on? This is 4 nails. This is a lovely one. Never seen this one before. Well, I found nearly all of them. There was 1 or 2 I couldn't find. But, oh, it's cold wind now. Yeah, that's quite difficult. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, actually. So this is the last one for me. It's starting to rain, so I'm going to have to go home now. See you later, guys.